All right. Good afternoon. My name is Alexander Bothwell, and today I will be doing my oral presentation for my capstone class, one of the last requirements before I graduate. So yeah, let's get right into it. All right. So my job, I am a graduate assistant for digital experiences. We are that is actually our new name. We used to be called. I used to be a graduate assistant for live productions. I work with Corey Spates, who many in the sports management program obviously know, as he teaches a few classes in the sport management program, and we are to focus on the production aspect of live events around the campus of UWG. So essentially, when I started this position in um, August of 2021 after I graduated undergrad. And Corey approached me with an opportunity to come work for him and learn about production. And that was probably one of the best decisions I made in my entire grad school career. And I know Capstone is supposed to be about what's happened this last semester, but honestly, I would be remiss if I didn't talk about my whole time and experience as a graduate assistant working for Corey. I really feel like I've had a 2 year capstone, if I could be honest, just because of everything that he's taught me, everything I've learned, and all the experiences. Like what I gained over the last 2 years, I could never encompass into just one semester. So, yeah, halfway through my journey as a graduate, as a GA, we call it as a GA. I we moved departments. We used to be in athletics, in the Coliseum, and halfway through we switched over to the School of Communications, Film, and Media, and we changed our name to Digital Experiences because we wanted to be much more than just a part of the athletic brand. We started branching out more. We started, and I'll talk more about this on my next slide, my duties. But we started doing DJ events. We started focusing more on academic events, and we just kind of tailored things away from the live sports aspect. So that was really beneficial for us to grow as a program, and to do things of that nature. So working with Corey has been great. Like I said, he taught me everything I know coming into this. I did not know anything about production. The whole control room, as you guys know, hopefully you guys have been down there. Um, I didn't know how to operate any of that equipment, and now I can confidently go in there and do most of those things in my sleep. I feel really good about it, and so yeah. So to my last point, we focus on the production aspect of live events around the campus of UWG, and so obviously that's sports. We cover basketball, football, soccer, volleyball, and we are about to start doing baseball and softball in the next few years. So just laying the groundwork for that right now. We also focus on um, academic events as well, whether it be for the president or whether it be for, um, where we were playing music for DJ events or community events or anything like that. So that's the basis of what my job is. And now I'm going to talk next. I'm going to talk about my duties and responsibilities. So this is just all very simple. We do much more than what you can read on the screen, and that's my job to tell you all and talk about what else we do. So me personally, we Corey is fortunate, he has two GAs. Me personally, I handle all administrative work for digital experiences such as weekly emails, payroll, and scheduling. So to break that down a little bit, Corey knew what I was interested in. Originally I wanted to be a sport agent. Um Coming in, learning about production. So he was like, okay, well, I'm gonna give you all the administrative work. So every week, so I'm creating the schedule. Underneath in order to run these live productions, we have to have student staff. So we have student staff, and I'm part of the hiring process, interviewing process, recruiting process. So that's first how we get the students in the door. A lot of career fairs or a lot of opportunities around campus where we're able to table. That's how I get students in the door. Um, so leading so from there, once they're hired, it's on me to schedule them. So look at our. If we'll take the spring for example. Okay, we have 5 or 6 home basketball games this month. We need to have students scheduled. So it's my job to go through, make sure each student is scheduled a fair amount of hours, while also making sure we're covered for each and every game. So leading from that, I'm responsible for payroll, making sure I keep track. Obviously, that's more of a higher, like some things are above my pay level, but it's on me to make sure that the hours that the students are submitting is correct. If they call out, that's on me. anything. And I'm the first point of contact if anything were to go wrong with the schedule or they weren't going to show up or anything of that nature. I'm the first point of contact. And then I also send out weekly emails. So that really encompasses me, which we try to do right by the students. We understand the real world is not like this. Once you get a schedule, it's on you to maintain that schedule and be on time and timely for each and every event that you need to be at. However, for me, we just want to make we understand we're dealing with students. So what we do is I'll send out a weekly email Sunday night or Monday morning, and essentially it just says, hey, this is every student who's scheduled to work this week, and from there they can go and figure out which days they're scheduled to work. The students really appreciate the reminders. I get a lot of emails if I don't send it out, or if people call out or don't show up, they say, hey, I didn't get an email this week. So yeah, that's a big part of the job that I handle. Another one of my duties is overseeing the live and in-house production of UWG sports and live events, including commencement and the presidential address or the presidential address. So we'll start with the sports. I addressed that a few minutes ago. All the sports that we handle, we do live sports. But the thing is, we do much more than live sports. We do media day. We did previous year, we did media day for volleyball and men and women's basketball, which was fun. It was a great time. Enjoy getting to know the team, and I enjoy, being able to hang out with them and things of that nature. Um, those are you get to see the players outside of their element a little bit, in front of a camera. They get to act silly, they get to act goofy. And then those videos we use to go and put them on the end zone board in the Coliseum when games are going on. So it'll be fun games like this or that, or how many objects can you name in 30 seconds, things of that nature. So we have a good time with it, and it's really fun. So yeah, we don't just focus solely on the live aspect of sports. We do have we have a creative team as well. And so creative, that's something that we started this year, trying to do more with the creative team and the creative aspect of live sports. So um, focus on the live events part now. So obviously we are responsible for streaming and covering graduation, highly important event, if not one of the most important events we do. We also do the presidential address, which the president does once a year, once a school year. So that's probably the second most high level event. The most high level event we do is the presidential gala, and that's one of the most important fundraising events for the executive staff and executive team. And yeah, that's all hands on deck. Very official, very high level. It's easy work when it comes down to it, but like all eyes are on you, so you have to be on your P's and Q's. And so we'll handle things around there. Some other things I do: I produce, I direct, I'm a replay op, I'm a camera op, I'm a graphics person. So I've had my hand on every part of equipment in the control room, anything you could think of. Being a graduate assistant, it's on me to be able to teach the students. So how can I teach the students if I haven't learned it myself? So I just mainly my role day to day, fill in where needed, be as resourceful and knowledgeable and useful as possible, because that's how you create value for yourself. So that was really fun working with the students and just being able to train them up and just seeing their growth. That's probably the biggest payoff. You see when students come in, they don't know anything about what they had going on regarding production. At least when I'm walking out the door, I've seen a few students graduate, but now that I'm walking out the door, just to see the growth, it's crazy just to look back on it and say, man, you guys have come really, really far. So I have really enjoyed that. Some of my other duties include being the campus DJ. We decided to take that on. So if we have an event at Campus Center, or like a glow skating night, or what else have they done? The fair, when they bring the fair to campus, anything like that, and they need music. Um, I have been a DJ, or I've helped set up the equipment, or whatever the case may be. So that really got me out my comfort zone. Not something I was comfortable with off rip, but you learn how to be comfortable with it and how to be as efficient as possible. So that was great. That was great, and I really feel like you grow when you're uncomfortable. So me being uncomfortable was just me growing, and I learned a lot about audio. I feel comfortable having to set up a whole DJ production by myself. I've done it a few times at this point, so it just really ties everything together. And yeah, so everything leading up that I've said so far has led up to where I'm at now, which I will now talk about this last slide. But as a before I talk about that last slide, I just want to say, me and Corey's goal before I started in August of 2021 was for me to walk out of the Coliseum and to graduate with a full-time job in a career. And I'm proud to say that I have done that, which leads me to my next slide. What's next? So I have officially started my career with Warner Bros. Discovery. I work for Bleacher Report. I am a production assistant. Well, first off, Bleacher Report is a sports social platform app, and it rivals the likes of ESPN and anything where you can get your sports updates. Like I said, we're owned by Turner, who is owned by Warner Bros. It's just a subsidiaries of each other. And then I am a production assistant producing live streams for the app. So as I'm doing this, I'm actually preparing to go into work. We're preparing for the NFL draft. We have some live streams going on. So a big day, big time, and it's a lot going on in my life. But I'm grateful to be in this position. Everything I've learned through this capstone experience and through my graduate assistant experience has led up to this moment. And the things that I've been able to do at West Georgia have afforded me the opportunity to create something big for myself in the real world. So I'm definitely grateful and appreciative of that. I definitely feel like the thing that I brought to UWG Productions was knowledge. Is we built a foundation. I'm proud to say that I was part of building the foundation for UWG Productions. I would like to think, Corey and Matt Cash, they would have did it without me, without a doubt. But it's nice to say that I had a part in it and that I was needed. I was used in a positive way, and it's a gratifying feeling. So to be here is great. I've been multitasking, handling both. Our sports season at West Georgia has kind of died down, so that allowed me to go ahead and start this Bleacher Report job before graduation. But it's been it's been great. I just been tying up loose ends at West Georgia. Had our last staff meeting, gave out some awards, but it was a really good time. But speaking to my role at Bleacher Report, so yeah, I will be learning how to produce live streams. So we always have live streams. Usually they're tailored to a specific team. So last night we had a Lakers live stream regarding the game that they played and things of that nature. So like, it's my job to produce. I'm not on screen how I am now, but if there was somebody in my ear telling me, "Hey, you have 3 minutes left," that would be my job. Producing, making sure the graphics look right, given the talent topics to talk about, things of that nature. So I'm starting out at the bottom, but it's an opportunity that I could have only dreamed of, and I want to make the most out of it. So really looking forward to it. I plan to be here as long as possible. I don't know what the next steps are. I'm just glad I have a full-time job at the moment, and I feel like it's a little premature for me to look to what's next after being a production assistant. But I just know I'm gonna work my tail off. Hopefully, I can get promoted to an AP associate producer one day, and from there become a full-blown producer. It's nice being able to work with people who have won Emmys, people who work with celebrities that we all know. My boss produces The Big Pod. He produces The Steam Room with Chuck and Ernie. It's just great being in a building where I can learn so much, and I feel like I went from being a big fish in a small pond to now being a small fish in a big pond. But it's nice because at some point everybody outgrows their environment, and I really feel like West Georgia did for me what it needed to do. I'm glad my time is coming to an end because that means graduation is around the corner. But I'm very grateful and indebted to Corey, Matt Cash, and I gotta mention Shemaya Pittman too. They just, without them, none of this would have been possible. So thank you to Corey for taking me under his wing. Like I said, I'm glad I could be a part of building such a strong organization on the campus of UWG. 3 years ago, there was no UWG Productions. Um, so just to be able to build that and be a part of that and have my name always mentioned with those guys, it means a lot. So I feel like my capstone was a success. I was able to implement some new strategies at UWG Productions, which I've talked about. Everything we do is essentially new because we are a new organization. So I was able to help come up with ideas and implement new strategies, and that has led me to a new full-time job. So with all that said, I appreciate everything UWG Productions and Digital Experiences has done for me, and hopefully students can follow in my footsteps and land that major organizational job when they graduate. So that is my capstone oral presentation. Hope you guys enjoyed. I appreciate you all. Thank you.